You're watching JD's Variety Channel.
Alright guys, I am on my way out on a little trip. I'm getting a late start here. It's about noon and I got about an hour and a half drive. I'll be spending the night in a hotel. The last couple weeks of my life have been extremely crazy and I need to blow off some steam. So hopefully we can find some goodies this weekend. I'll be scouting some areas kind of around where I did that estate sale video, and I'm heading out in that direction. So hopefully we can turn up some goodies, and I'll let you know. Stay tuned. Okay, it took me a while to get the coil down, but I'm on a permission now. It's about 2 o'clock. It's a brick home. You probably can't see it in between these trees here. I'll show it a little bit more here in a bit, but first signal, nice 83. It's a 1960 penny that got hit by a mower. It's a nice little lawn. Doesn't look like it's ever been heavily excavated. So I'm hopeful that there's going to be some old coins in here. And 1960, that's old enough for silver already. So let's get on the board. Okay, so that yard was a bust. All I found was 3 pennies. One from the 1960, one from the 70s, one from the 80s, this thing, and a few pieces of scrap. And then some scattered thunderstorms came through. So I went in and checked in the hotel, and while it's drying out here, I'm gonna go run in Goodwill real quick, see if I can find any underpriced antiques or silver or anything. So I'm gonna give that a shot for 20 minutes here, and I'm gonna try to get back out and do some digging. I'm now hunting this beautiful old home, and it's not too incredibly old, but it's a really cool place, and it actually reminds me of somewhere that I used to live. And the first target I got here that locked in, it's about 3.5 inches down, and you can see penny stuck to the bottom of the clod there, and it looks like a wheat penny. I really wanted to get permission for this spot, so I was really happy to be able to. And that being the first coin, I think we're going to be onto some good stuff. Very spacious corner lot off of 2 old main streets, so I think we're in good shape. Working my way around the other side of this tree. The first wheat penny was right there, which it was 1946, by the way. Got another penny signal. Do this one semi-live. I'm about the same depth, 3 inches. And that one is a memorial, but it's probably one of the older ones. It is. I can tell from looking at it, it's raised up. So it's a high relief, so that it's 1968 or older. Seems like a nice preserved place to hunt here. Let's keep at it. So right under this plug, about right here, I just pulled out this really odd piece of pot metal. No idea what it is. It's a really weird one. But anyway, still had the original signal I had, and only a couple inches off to it. There was a coin down there as well, and it's a wheat penny. So I think I got 3. There are 2 memorials and 2 wheats now. All have been 1960s or earlier. So in the right range on the coinage. Let's keep going. Note to self, don't lose hotel breakfast voucher. It's getting dark out there. I might get rained out, but I'm gonna try this one live. I think this may be a silver one. Nice mid to high 80s. Very concentrated. About the right depth too. So sounds kind of like a silver dime. We can hope. The ground is just perfect today. We've been getting some rain. There, I just flicked it out. It is silver. Get the glove off and get down in there and get it. See right there? Let's get that out of the way. Right there. What does that look like? Does that look like a merc? We're gonna find out in a second. I think that's a mercury dime. Yep. Well, sweet. Awesome. All right, let's keep looking. It's sprinkling and I think I'm about to get dumped on, but I want to do this one quick. I had a high signal coming in around 90. It was a little bit bigger of a target. but it could be a bigger silver coin, like a silver or half. I'm down to it and it has the right depth. So let's see. Well, there's a little piece of glass in the hole. Hopefully it hopefully it's not a bottle top. Oh man. It's one of those huge good luck tokens. Hey, that's a nice one, man. Awesome signal. I was hoping for a silver $50, but we will take that any day. Get her cleaned up later. It's kind of weird, after I cleared that big signal out, you can see the coin right there. I had a coin signal that was almost right on top of the ground. I just flipped a little bit of dirt out of that little hole there. Right next to that token, almost on the surface, popped out a 1942 wheat penny. It's really bent, something happened to it. But that was cool, right beside it, and almost right on top of the ground. Maybe something to do with some work being done by the sidewalk. The rain is coming. Ugh. Found the hot spot here from the front. Wheat penny token, had a deep high tone. Was gonna do it live, but trying to beat the rain, I flipped up this massive plug, and look what was dangling off the bottom when I did. Looks like a silver Roosevelt dime. Oh yeah, it's definitely silver. 1949. We are into the hot pocket. I'm sitting here in my car waiting for the rain to blow over, which it looks like it's going to shortly. I have a new rain cover for the T2. But the issue isn't the machine. I mean, I'm out doing knock-in and trying to do a lot of exploring today, and I want to avoid getting completely drenched so I don't have to go back to the hotel and change. I'm having some bare naked granola bites, and there's the finds from this yard so far, the better ones. Pile of 60s pennies and a couple wheats in there and one clad dime, the token, and 2 silvers. So we're doing all right. Take a look at that old house in the corner there. I knocked that one there, but no one answered, so I'm not sure if they're not home or what. But neat little area here. The place I'm hunting, it's not incredibly old. The guy that lives there thinks it was built in the 50s. It's just a beautiful place, though. It still has the original brick walkway up to the front of it. You can't see the chimney from this side, but very well maintained. Just a pretty little home. You know, it's a cool place. Nice level yard, and all the good stuff has been on this. Well, most of it has been, well, kind of from about that little tree and then down over to the end there, and then I found a few pennies on the other side, but all the good stuff's been right out in here, which is what I expected. So maybe there's something else out there. We'll see. The sun is coming. Couple more minutes. Out by the curb again. I just pulled a wheat penny right by the edge of the driveway, almost in a little bit of asphalt bits, and then I got another modern penny a couple feet away. I just dug this up by the curb. It was pretty deep. I had a signal here I thought might be a deep silver, but it's something aluminum, so we'll go ahead and pull it out. I don't know. That looks like a little aluminum play knife or something. A butter spreader, no idea. We'll keep looking. Okay, so I finished up that last place. Didn't get a whole lot else. I stayed there for about another probably 45 minutes. I got like 3 more wheat pennies and some clad. Where the driveway's at, it's definitely where the original one was too, because there was like a lot of 60s pennies and a couple Wheaties around the old driveway. But anyway, my next knock, I just scored permission on this awesome brick house. Elderly guy, probably in his early 80s maybe, but he said go ahead and hit the front yard here. There's a cool little wraparound walkway right there that goes around them hedges, so not much room in the front, but we'll give it a shot. Maybe there's something there. A lot of work been done to this yard, at least on that side anyway. You can tell where they uprooted some trees and there's a little bit of fill dirt. But I started hitting a couple coins around here. The oldest out of the 4 coins I dug, it was like 3 pennies in the dime. The oldest one was a 64 penny. And right here, only about 2 inches down, stuck to my thumb. There we go. Magic trick. Got a wheat penny. So at least I won't get skunked on the old stuff on this property. I've only been here 10 minutes, and I'll probably be done in maybe 5 minutes. Alrighty, maybe there's one more oldie down there. Well guys, I am glad I gave it one more pass. You can see where it's all mounded up there, where they pulled out probably a huge tree there. But anyway, that's where I found like 7 coins over there. You know, 60s, 70s change. I think some of it might have been from the 80s, and I did get that one wheat. Got a nice 85 signal here, only about 3 inches down on the other side. And it's a mercury dime. This is the only coin I found on this side. And you can actually see the way it's sitting down in there. You can see the date on it. 1940. Beautiful. Let's pull it out. Mercury dime, 1940. Awesome. I was glad there was one silver here. I'll work this area 5 more minutes because I found this, but not many targets here. Okay, so I'm done with that spot. That barely took half an hour, that little front area. But I don't think this side of the yard is original. Where I dug that merc, it was a lot thicker clay than the other side where I was finding the coins that were just been there since they were dropped. They weren't pushed around, but that merc was in like a heavy clay and rocks. And then a couple feet away from the merc, I dug this down like 8 inches, like a piece of aluminum. So maybe they pushed that merc around when they were uprooting that tree. It's a possibility. It's nice that the only coin on that side of the yard was silver, but other than that, you can see the merc sitting in there. I got maybe 8 to 10 other coins, mostly just pennies and I think a dime or two, and with the one wheatie. So hey, not bad for a half-hour pit stop. Gonna maybe try and get one more permission. It's about 5:30. Doing good today on the permissions. I'll definitely show this place more. Big old house, but I permission hunt this little front lawn area off of an old historic street, and there's some big mansions in this area. But the thing I'm liking is these trees aren't that old, and you can hear that thunder. It might get rained out again. It's been hit and miss all day, but some exposed roots down there. So thinking maybe not too much work done in this yard, even though it's landscaped pretty well. So we'll give it a shot. Let's get some goodies. And good morning. I just woke up. Here's the front view of my hotel room. The lobby and arcade, and pool with the slide. I took a dip in the pool only for a couple minutes last night. It was really cold because there's a little divider there and you can swim up underneath, and the pool runs outside the building as well. It's pretty neat. It's a 3-star hotel, only $70. But nice rooms, very clean. I slept for like 10 hours. They have blackout curtains on, and I didn't even realize I woke up at like 8:30 and thought it was like 6 in the morning. But I got a good rest anyway. Only thing I'm not digging is these mauve lamps. I do not like mauve lamps. But very refreshing. I'm ready to go. I think it's gonna rain most of the day. It's really wet outside, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna get any detecting in. But we're gonna get at it. See what we can find exploring. Alrighty, so I knew something was wrong at that last house. I only found a couple pull tabs. There were some overload signals. I dug like a whole crushed up can. It was just really weird and didn't seem right. I talked to the homeowners in here. That was like a replica house. It was only 27 years old, believe it or not. Now, the thing about that is where it was set. I told them, well, even though it was a newer house, I was, certain at some point in the past that there would have been an old home on that corner lot in that historic district. And they said, yeah, that the old house that was originally there that burnt to the ground. So they put that house in, and when they did that, they completely dug up and excavated the entire front and backyard. So that's why there wasn't anything old there, unfortunately. So that one was a bust. Hey, but no worries. We still had a good day. And it's the morning now. Checked out of the hotel. It's raining right now, as you can see my windshield. But we're gonna still do some scouting and driving around, and I still may try to get one permission in. It's supposed to let up here pretty soon. I'm gonna slog through the mud, trying to find treasure. I'm gonna slog through the mud, trying to find treasure. So here's the scoop. Not sure if you can see right about there. I'm getting ready to hunt a pretty old stone house. I forgot to ask the lady on the exact age. I had knocked a mansion next door. That's, pretty nice, but it's not like immaculately landscaped. It's a mansion on top of a hill built in 1838. It's on the National Register of Historic Places, and the people there weren't home. I wanted to chat with them, but I was able to get permission to hunt the property that's right next door, so regardless of how old it is, there could be things there from the 1800s. Now, the lady, when I had asked her the question and talked to her a little bit, she kind of went into the, oh, my yard's been detected 100 times kind of thing. So, you know, I expected, being right next to a really historic property, that people would have asked in the past. But I'm in a little town, so you never know. She said I could go ahead and go over it, even though other people have been over it. I asked her, I said, you know, you mind if I give it a shot for a little while? And she said, knock yourself out. So I'm going to start looking around this stone house, and hopefully we can find something that somebody else left. It looks like a pretty good property. So let's get to it. Been swinging only a couple minutes and I already have a coin. Only about 2 inches down, so it's probably just a modern copper penny or maybe a wheat. But that's a good sign that there's targets here. Had to switch gloves. My other ones are soaked through from yesterday. But I like these. These are nice and lightweight. Well, that's a great sign to start. Right off the bat, a 1962 penny, all but 2 inches down. So there's going to be stuff at this property. This is the place I've been most excited about hunting in a while. So let's crack on. Alright, so there's a little bit of a shot of the mansion. Their fence runs over there, and there's this is one of the original paths up to the house I'm hunting here, the steps. It curves up along here. And I think we're going to be in for a good spot. And for the record, she didn't say 100 people metal detected this place. She said a bunch of people. So who knows how many that means. But only an inch down here, blasting coin signal. Only about a yard away from the last penny. And I got a 1968 penny now. So 2 pennies from the 60s. Pretty shallow in only a couple minutes. There's definitely more coming out of this place. And it's going to be good stuff. Well, of course it's going to start raining again, but I'm hoping this clears out today. But I'm going to stay here and hunt this property thoroughly, and then probably start heading home. But I'm still under this little tree here near the corner of the property. I just pulled out this 1967 dime out of this hole, and there's still a signal in here. So, man, I found a little 60s and probably early 70s hangout. About right on top of it there. So let's see if this is another coin from the 60s. It's another dime. Switch hands here, see if I can rub it off and see the date. It's not silver. That one's 1965, so man, these coins just missed the silver years. 1965 and 67. A little 2 dime spill, probably from the late 60s. We're on the right track. For a place that's been hunted several times, there's a decent amount of targets, and man, the ground is just so perfect today from all the rain we've had. So it's so easy to dig. I got a nice mid-tone about 3 inches down, 3 to 4. And well, I think that's just a clump. Here it is. Looks to be some sort of, maybe an old buckle with the tongue busted off. Looks to be an old one. I don't know, that could be 1800s. It doesn't look colonial or anything, but it could be late 1800s, early 1900s buckle. Sweet. Nice relic. Let's keep looking. Yeah, it just got like this deep, what looks to be a lump of lead, but almost like it looks like it has a pattern to it, like it swirls around. So I'm not sure if that's just junk or if that's supposed to be something. It's so muddy now. I'll have to clean it up later, but I'm almost completely certain it's lead. Big iron ring. And just got a really high signal under all this pampas grass. Swung the whole way up under there and had an 85, 86. And check it out, it was shallow. I'm back in that section where I found those points from the 60s. I can barely get in between here to grab these on camera. It's a mercury dime. 1942. Awesome. Seems like the people that hunted here left a lot of signals on the edge of the property. Let's keep moving. Alright, just got a shell casing, and it is from 1948. You can see the 4.8 there. That's cool. Still in that same patch where I just found that mercury dime. There's a lot of stuff left in this area. I'm on the back of the house now. Love the stonework. But over here where they have a garden now, check out this old basketball hoop. It's like in the middle of nowhere now. Barely hanging on. And from the back here you can see that's the back of the 1838 mansion. It's huge. It goes a long ways that way. And this place has been picked over fairly well, but like I said, there's still targets left, enough to stick around. I'm gonna keep looking. I've been here about maybe 45 minutes and I already got quite a few coins. That buckle and some odd trash bits. So we're in the right place. So I just found this hinge. I'm hunting the stone house, but it's not a stone hinge. I'm now sitting on the hillside, right by the intersection. I told myself before I leave I was going to do one pass up through here, just because I found that silver and all those old coins right on the other side here. And I got a blasting signal right up under the pampas grass again. And it's a clad quarter. Looks like it's bent in half. Probably hit by a lawnmower in the yard and shot the whole way over here. We'll take it however we can get it. One of the things I started doing for permissions is wearing my glasses when I knock on the door. Because I have this theory that the more nerdy you look, the less harmful you look. So knock on their door, wear glasses, and a big cheesy grin. I'm hunting a new permission now. Place isn't that old, a brick home built in the 1950s, I believe. And after getting a modern quarter, I just got a wheat penny down a few inches. First wheat penny of the day. Alrighty, another update. I just got done hunting this brick house right here. Cool place, built, the guy believes 60 years old, probably 1950s, that's what it looks like. But anyway, he let me hunt there. I picked up like 4 wheat pennies, and a lot of, like maybe $1 something in modern change, quite a few quarters. The grass is really high, I had to work it slow. It was a hard going for an hour. I was hoping for sun, now I'm hoping for shade. The clouds rolled out and it is hot. Not sure if you can see this house right behind me. Let me see if I can get it there. Right here. See if I can get a better shot right there. We're gonna call that the hut. He owns that and there's a renter there, and we already talked to him and he said go ahead. He doesn't mind me hanging around even though this guy owns it and he has permission to tell me. I wanted to make sure it was okay with that guy. So we're gonna poke around the hut for 15 minutes, see if there's anything over there. And hopefully there is. Like this house is probably from the 50s, but hopefully there's a silver over there. I got 4 Wheaties out of here and, you know, changed from the 60s and on newer. So hopefully something a little better over there. Got some tips from the guy that lives there. He has problems with his sciatic nerve, and I took his trash can back from the road in behind his house for him. And he said one of the best stretch you can do to stretch it all out and get the juices flowing in your back is grab onto your buttocks and lean back and stretch out for a good 3-4 seconds. So I'll have to grab my buttocks when I get home. Okay, I've been over here hunting Jabba's hut for about 2 seconds, and I got a target right away, 1965 penny. So hey, maybe there will be some Wheaties and a piece of silver over here. Let's hope. Guys, I got something wicked awesome here. Sort of working my way into the back. The owner from across the street said this was dug up before. I'm right here on the corner of the back by the trash. I thought it was going to be junk. It's a gun. This is a cool little thing. Oh man, that is sweet. Never found one that looks like this before. It's got like gold gilt on it. Man, look at the design on it. That's probably from maybe around the 60s. That is so cool. Another one for the collection. Sweet! Definitely kids back here in the day. I just got some kind of really old toy car. It doesn't look like a Tootsie. It's got some pieces of plastic on it, so I don't think this one is super old, but possibly back as far as the 70s. Could be 80s. But toy car. Alrighty, let's look for some more. Something interesting here. Target about blew my ears off. Thought it might be another toy car, but I don't know. It looks like a smashed, almost like one of them aluminum cups, but the more I look at it, bugs all back here. It doesn't actually look like a cup. I don't think there's enough of it there that it folded. So I'm not sure what it is, but it's very ornate. At first, I mean, I'm thinking it's aluminum, but it actually could be silver. Look at that design on it. Man, I tell you what, that might be silver. I don't know what it is. It's too thin to be a buckle. At first I thought it was just one of them old smashed aluminum cups, but now I really have no idea. That is really strange. I'll get that cleaned up later. We'll see what it is.
This turned out to be an amazing find. Weighing in at just over ½ an ounce, this piece of sterling silver is from old toiletware. It's either the back of a brush or hand mirror. I'm leaning toward a brush due to the shape and size of it. The hallmark took a while to research since the piece was found disfigured. After looking through a list of American pictorial hallmarks, I determined that it's from the Mauser Manufacturing Company, the hallmark being a unicorn laying down with the letter M in the middle. This hallmark was discontinued in 1913 when Mauser Manufacturing merged with another company, and at the earliest, this piece can date back to the late 1800s. The picture is the closest I could come to locating the design, which is from an advertisement the company ran in the Jeweler's Circular and Horological Review in 1898.
There's the back of the hut, and there's some older coins back here. I actually went over to my car to put my long sleeve shirt on, and I found a wheat penny before I went over there, and now I just got a wheat penny and a 1964 penny in the same hole. So nice. Good to see some stuff from the 60s and 50s over here around the same time period as that cap gun and the toy car, so let's keep moving. I got one here that I hope is a silver coin. It's pegging 88.89. Just sounds a little bit different than a clad quarter. Could be a clad quarter though. Kind of the right depth too. The grass is high, but it's probably about 3 inches under the ground. It'd be nice if it would just be a silver dime or a quarter. Ugh. Get the pin pointer going. Oh, pretty shallow. I think it's just clad quarter. Oh well, 25 cents. Better than nothing. Up on the side of the driveway here. This goes right into the back on a steep slope. Obviously, in an area like this, there's tons of garbage back here. Who knows what's happened back here over the years, but right up there on the edge, 1955 penny, wheat penny. I'll work every little square inch of this place. Got to be a few more things hiding. I was just on the back end. I just ran over into the shade here because it's hot, and I got a blasting signal. Thought it was going to be trash. I just got one of the old Boy Scout woggles. Neck slides, neckerchief. These are called all different kinds of things. Haven't found one of them in a while. So neat. There was a lot of kids back here in the day. There's a lot of scrap back here. There was a lot of trash in behind that hut. Some of the more interesting things. This is some sort of hinge, but believe it or not, it's solid lead. I've never found one that was solid lead before, so that's got a lot of age on it. And then I found another one of those aluminum measuring spoons. Or baby spoon, or sugar spoon. A lot of them are similar.